What's up, everybody? Fearin here, and we have a pretty exciting siege here to show you today. We got two top guilds with SWC and R.E.D, and they're both kind of running some variations of meta that made us think on the fly a little bit. Wasn't the exact stuff that we've been seeing week after week. So you can see we got an LD tower on both sides, paired with Narshas, Savannahs, Sylvias, and the likes. We have a Theo tower here, and like Theo Beta and Tyrannus are all pretty meta, but I've never seen this combo before. We have a Harmonia Fuki Kinky, which was new to me, and then this Perna Savannah with a Nana, where we've normally seen Nana, Savannah, Ken, or Yogan in the past. So we're going to go right in and we're going to hit this Nana, Perna, Savannah with our Cheater LD comp just to build some confidence and get a win off the bat. The idea here, again, is just going to be keep the entire team controlled as much as possible, prioritizing the Perna since it's most likely to get a kill onto our Sierra, and basically put bombs on sleeping and stunned monsters so that they can never hit us. The Savannah does actually get missed on the initial CC from the Monkey King, but we put a bomb up on her so that she can't like S3 into S2 and kill everything. And we start working on the Savannah. The idea here, again, putting a bomb up on all these damage units, putting a bomb up on the stun units, so if they proc out, they're still going to get CC'd, and we can't just get luck sacked into a couple of IO procs. They have to proc 3 times to even go once. And we're going to dismount the Savannah, focus on keeping the Savannah and the Perna controlled, and kill the Nana once, and then kill the Savannah again here with that bomb. So now we're left with both the Nana with no more revives, and a slowed and silenced Perna with one more life left in her. And we'll go ahead and continue to put bombs on that DPS unit so that we can't get procced into and die, while we work on finishing off this Nana so that if we do get unlucky and the Perna snipes 1 kill at the end, it'll still be easy to clean up 2v3, but not have to kill the Perna, you know, a bunch more times. So pretty simple. Again, the room to fail on this comp would be missing multiple CCs and bombs within the first couple of rounds, but we ended up pulling through a win here, and that's 1 on the board. Next, we're going to go into this Ainu Molly Vigor comp. We've seen this before, but I haven't done a ton of practice into it. Into similar Molly comps, I've taken this Skogul, Francian. The idea is you have a non-violent Skogul so that you can throw the rock and time that with the bomb exploding, which should kill everything. You can see here there's a slight miss in my tuning for this particular defense, where we actually have the Ainu goes in between me putting up attack buff, and when he procs twice, manages to proc the revival on the CN, so my bombs don't have an attack buff anymore. We also missed the Molly here, and so both the Vigor does not die, and we have the Ainu res, and my CN dies, and so this is pretty much a wash. There's 2 main things that I took away from this. Again, we did get a little bit of 15% here, and that we missed a bomb, and the Ainu procced twice in order to kill that stand at the beginning. But we're still going to go ahead and if we do this offense again, fix this tuning such that Fran and CN should not get cut, so that, you know, if the Ainu procs a million times and kills the CN the first turn, we can still put an attack buff up afterwards and potentially get a win there. So we're going to go ahead and try to bounce right back here. We're taking in a Gallia Poseidon Tiana lead into one of the LD towers. We're taking the attack lead since there's nothing here that we think will even come close to outspeeding us. We get defense break on 2, we get pushback on everything, and the Tiana almost kills the Zaratu again, but we have the Galleon to do that. And now 1v3, we will be able to easily clean this up and bounce back from that earlier loss. Next, we're going to go ahead and hit this Nana, Perna, and Savannah one more time. We're going to take a Jean Belinus Leo. We have a tank Leo on Vampire Nem with heavy minus fire. Belinus on crit damage, crit rate, and high accuracy, and just a really tanky Jean. Most of these units are either at max res or close to max res, something that I should work on in the future. And really the only chance of us losing are if we get defense broken this first turn into a kill on the Leo, which you can see we almost have happen, but that heavy fire reduction ends up coming in clutch and wasn't any major procs from their side, so we were able to not lose our Leo here, get our taunt off, get a fair amount of heals with our Jean proccing twice, and then go into controlling this team. So similar to the first time we fought it, we're going to work on just controlling the DPS with the Gene. We get attack debuffs up from the Belenus, and we're going to go ahead and kill this Nana twice so that we can then not have a DPS revive after we kill it. Once we get this initial lockdown, again, my Gene also has pretty heavy wind and fire damage reduction on her, and being a full tank build with the Leo not having any speed, she can take the majority of this abuse, and we can go ahead and clean up the damage, and this should be another win. We just gotta get some of these damage dealers down, hope that we don't see some crazy procs into a Nana revive, because that could really turn things south pretty quick here. But we cycle back into our skills on our Belenus, kill the Savannah. We're gonna go ahead and kill this Nana here once the Leo goes. And then we just have this 3v1 versus the Perna. No way we lose this. And that's going to be another win in the bag. Next, we're going to hit one of the inner 4-star defenses on red side. It's the Haynes Clara Ayunu. This is something that I hadn't hit before, so we go in with the Garorek Verd. The initial thought was, I thought we might be against a Swift Clara, and we could go ahead and snipe that out. It's the major CC from the enemy team. I'm not really that scared of anything else on this team. But we can see here, they get a couple of procs. The Ainu snipes my Verd right away, and we're left pretty quickly in a bad spot here. So I end up taking a long time. I cut a little bit of me thinking out of this video, because I just want to make sure that we, we're thinking through every single move here. And not just taking a loss where we could potentially eke out a win. So we finish off the Clara, and then we're thinking here, what do we want to kill next? Both my units are pretty low. If we end up killing the Ainu, the revive is going to kill whoever kills it, and we're not going to win a 2v1. So we just skill 1 onto the Haynes. We get a lucky survive triple glance from the Ainu. Go ahead and skill 2. I think we decide we need to stun here, because there's a chance that it could just kill the Garo or proc the Garo passive. And next, I think we're going to team up here, looking to maximize the healing that I can get off on the Garo. Again, we're going to have someone die to this Ainu passive, and then go for a 1v1 at the end. And I think we're going to go again for hopefully a big heal or skill 2, just to get full health again. But we still get taken pretty low, and then eventually killed by that Ainu afterwards. But we survived the 1 hit, so we give a chance for our Red Oak to skill 1, lap, and then skill 1 again, and we managed to get a very close win here. We have another pretty flashy LD tower here that we're going to hit with the Nana, Iris, and Zerath. We're going to take in our Mirene Lucian comp, damage dealt on light on the left side of the Lucian, in order to make sure that we at least kill this Iris, and hopefully kill the Zerath as well, and then just get left with the Nana in the end. Again, this comp could be incredibly tanky. If we don't kill the Zerath here, then he could just heal and push back and do a lot of damage to our team. But we're confident with both the damage dealt on light artifacts and Mirene in order to cleave this team pretty quickly. Next, we're hitting into this Martina, Nana, Shina. So haven't hit this in Siege before, but seen this a lot in arena defense, especially in inner server. We're going to take Water Twins plus Molly. The idea here is Molly is acting as a light tank, and we should be able to use our Water Twins to kill the twins on their side pretty quickly. Typically on MST, we see pretty tank twins, but I end up fighting a really high damage set here. You can also see that he has extra set of Violent Ruins on his Martina. My Molly gets heal blocked and defense broken pretty easily and early, even with 100 res. And at this point, it's pretty much a loss. There's no way that I survive anything more on this unit. We're going to go ahead into another Nana defense here, this time with Savannah and Iris. We're going to take a Mephisto Tion Lucian, the same Lucian build that we had in our previous team. And the idea here is that we hope to kill both the Nana and the Iris, and the passive from the Nana won't work to revive. We don't quite get the Nana, but we do dismount the Savannah and get it pretty low. When it kills the Lucian there, they get the stack, but they're not going to be able to revive here. And then we have just a 2v1 here. Just got to remember that on my Tion, I can't res my own Lucian because the Mephisto passive is still in play. but luckily we have a pretty easy cleanup here to get this win. Next up, we're going into another one of these LED towers. I hit this a little bit earlier with Illusion. We have the Iris, Xerath, and Nana. This time we're going to take a full wind cleave with Tiana, my second Tiana, Savannah, and Changpeng. And again, the basic idea here is just to, between pushback and glancing, kill everything twice. We get to kill that Iris. We get to push back the Xerath here because we're not wanting him to heal. And then we have a 3v1 versus Nana. After playing and testing a bit more with this comp, since I do have 2 Tianas but not a second typical cleave unit, I retuned it so that Savannah goes in front of the Changpeng, so we get the Savannah skill 3 into the Changpeng skill 3 when the attack powers are already depleted, so you get the resets. Much safer and seems pretty confident into a lot of comps that you would want to do a win type cleave into. For our last attack here, we are seeking redemption. I tuned the Fran to be closer with the Cian so we don't have the same issue. We get some unluckiness here where the Molly skill 1 breaks the shield on the Cian and then still strips the will. If the Ainu had procced there, this would have just been over. We miss a bomb again. I swear the Cian has 85 accuracy. And this is looking like it's going to be really close again. We're hoping to be able to kill this Ainu twice before his passive comes back up. We have some pretty limited damage. This is where having additional damage artifacts on your Fran can make a really big difference. I think we had some unlucky timing here and that the Vigor got a couple of procs, had to heal up again. Ainu got a proc here or there. And I think that we are unable to actually kill this Ainu before my Fran dies and the Ainu has his passive back up again. So this one ends up being a loss as well. So we're going to have to go back to the drawing board on this. After the siege end, I went and had tested this exact offense into one of my guildmates who had set it up, and I won like 7 out of 8 times that I tried. But obviously, we're going to have to figure out something a little bit more safe against different variations. And obviously, we got a little bit unlucky, but that's what happens sometimes in Siege. So here's what the map ended up looking like at the end here. We mostly had a 1v1 with R.E.D, with SWC not doing too much in this until the end, where they kind of just took everything. It was a really fun siege. Again, we broke out of a lot of the stuff that we've been hitting over and over, had to use our brains a little bit on the fly, set up some defenses to test against and hit things pretty sporadically. But definitely it was more of what I'm going to call a learning siege, where we didn't get the 10-10 or 9-10 that we wanted. We ended up going 7-10, but we had some close calls. We had some nice wins, and we'll do better next time. Anyways, thanks everyone for watching. Hope you had as much fun seeing this as I did playing through it, and I will see you in the next one.